Yo, what's up, gang? It is Saturday morning, just about 11 o'clock. I had some extra time, so I figured I'd do a little shoot real quick, get you guys a quick video. I'm going to be doing 3 things that I wish I knew. It was just off the top real quick. I was just thinking about it. So you started your party rental business, and you need some equipment. I would say that's number 1, buying the right equipment. When I first started, I borrowed a table and I borrowed a canopy tent. And then I made the post on Marketplace. And then I went and bought my first chairs. I bought 8 chairs from Home Depot. They were brown metal chairs. To this day, those things still haunt me. I have them out back because when I need extra chairs, I have them. Somebody says, hey, you got, I have 20 of them now. So when somebody says, hey, you got 20 chairs? And I'm like, oh man, I'm so booked out. And I'm like, well, I got those ones out back, But they are so heavy, they're metal, they're clunky, they don't stack up, they're hard to store. Especially when you gotta load them up and then you gotta carry them across somebody's backyard. You can't stack them up on a cart or anything. You gotta carry them by hand. Your arms are sore. They are just a pain in the butt. And I have a rack out in my backyard where I put 2 down like this, and then I put 2 down like this. And then if anything offsets them, they literally fall. And then they just come crashing down. Those things haunt me to this day. So definitely buy the right equipment. When it came to canopy tents, I charged more for the canopy tents because they are so prone to break. I bought a $200 canopy tent off of Amazon. The first time I used it, there was a big heavy rainstorm and the tent filled up with water and the frame collapsed. So now I buy the ones from Walmart. They're quick and easy. They're not meant to be some big elaborate event, some 20 by 40 tent. These are quick, easy, pop them up, perfect for small barbecues. Buy the sandbags for them. Just be sure on windy days, you don't want to be out there chasing your tent, be like Wizard of Oz. But yeah, so with the sandbags and that and the tent itself, you're looking at 120, 130 bucks for one setup, one tent. I charge 25 for them. They are prone to break, but I get my money back in 4 to 5 rentals. So there's that, and it's a great add-on. Because it just, somebody gets 2-3 tents and then, 8 tables and, 30-40 chairs. You just racked up a $300 invoice, especially if you're starting out and you're doing smaller numbers. It's awesome. What was number 2? Then, let's see, number 2, I would say, pricing analysis. This is pretty funny because in the groups that I'm in a lot of party rental groups, and they'll put up a picture of a tent, a table and some chairs, and weekend special, 20 bucks, get all this for 20 bucks. It's I did that in the very beginning, and these guys kind of clown on that kind of stuff, so it's kind of comical because these guys get into the business and then they don't see what's in it, because you're spending all this money on equipment and all your labor costs and getting around and just making things happen. Making things happen costs money, it costs energy, it costs time. So to do this big elaborate thing for 20 bucks, you can't even buy a gallon of milk with 20 bucks anymore. I'm lying, but yeah, so definitely do a pricing analysis. In my area, from what I can see, there was, the chairs that I have, they were going anywhere from $2 to $250. So I charge $2. And for me, it works. On the chairs, I get my money back in about 10 rentals, give or take. But that's 2 months, 2 months and I get my money back. And it stacks on top of other things because once those chairs are paid off, they're paying for the new chairs. But yeah, there's that. Same thing with the canopy tents. I was charging $10 for those things in the beginning, and then paid $200 for a tent. I charged $10. It's stupid. Why would I do that? I'm not making any money. it's you don't have to do favors out here. You're in business. Like this isn't a charity. You don't get big donations of people giving you money saying, hey, here's extra. Like, no, you work for your money. You stay busy and you do everything you can to provide the customer more value. That's how, like, you provide them with value. If they didn't need you, they wouldn't be reaching out to you. They need you, So like, and in a sense, you need them because they're your customer. You need money, you need money to live. You want your business to grow. You want to be able to help more people and get more equipment and grow a big operation. So yeah, I mean, kind of with that, yeah. So, and then, number 3, I said this in the last video, but there was a guy that I know, and he was always like very philosophical, and like one day I was like, yeah, I'm just going with the flow. And he's like, no, you don't go with the flow, you create the flow, and I gotta just carry that over to customer expectations. Just like the customer has an expectation of you, you need to have an expectation of the customer. The customer needs to understand that it's your equipment and they're on your time. It's a compromise, but they're on your time. It's your stuff. Yeah, they're giving you money to use it, but you need to respect your time. And if you don't respect your time, they're not going to respect your time. Now, if the customer says like, hey, I know I'm supposed to have it back by 3:00, but it's 4:00, okay? Can you meet me later tonight around 7? Like, don't be a stiffler, But that's the difference though, because that customer's communicating. I'm dealing with stuff right now where people aren't communicating, and it's starting to really get on my nerves. You want to know why? Because I got stuff to do today, and I'm sitting here waiting around on people because they don't communicate. So you know what I did? I called the customer and I said, hey, what's going on? Now I'm chasing you down. And, we're just going to filter these people out. That customer is not going to be a customer for long because I'm going to blacklist them. They are going on the do not service list. And, to what extent is that worth? It's like you want customers, but you want the right customers. I don't want this customer. Let the next guy deal with that. He can sit around on a Saturday and waste his time waiting around for some person to bring back their equipment. Like, it's yours, and these people are screwing around. That's not cool, And it goes for you too. You ever need a service? Like, all these people freaking out on the fast food workers. This stuff's not cool, man. These guys aren't like, especially in that kind of industry. These people are working for minimum wage, getting treated like dog, So, yeah, but that's my 3 things. Look into where you're getting your equipment. Make sure you're charging the correct price for it. And set the expectation with the customer. Say, when you talk to them, say, hey, my delivery, my returns are due back tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Does that work for you? And just get in front of it. The customer is cool. As long as you communicate, you can avoid 95% of these issues. There's going to be the 5% of customers that are just bad customers, which is fine, but if you just communicate and set the expectation, say, hey, they're due tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. And if they have a problem with that, you can work with them, but at least then that, Johnny and the kids got to go to church tomorrow at 10 a.m. and they're not going to be available till 1. But now instead of like expecting, you got to tell them like, hey, this is how it is, and work with, you can work with them, but this is how it is. This is how it's going to work. Tomorrow you will be back between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. And if not, for a lot of people too, like, if you do it the correct way, right now I'm cash only, but the goal is, this is one reason I want to get credit cards and a website and like get my LLC situated. I'm going to make a video about that. I keep mentioning this, the LLC situation, but when you got a credit card on file, then you can charge them. Hey, you were a day late. Hit them where their money hurts. And then they don't bring it back the next day, hit them again. You're 2 days late, hit them with a late fee. Whatever it is, 10% of the order, 20% of the order. They start getting hit with, 50, 100, 200 bucks. Your job is not to nickel and dime the customers. This is the most rare, extreme circumstances. 95% of these orders go real smooth. You meet a lot of great people. You make a lot of connections. Help people, you help people, they help you. It's like marketing and like connections, they're your greatest resource. But when you have to, you know, be firm and set the expectation, like these are things that you can do. You know, this is for the bottom of the barrel customer that is not respecting your time. You know, you get a credit card on file, you charge them, you charge them again for the second day. Anything after 3 days, you charge them for the full equipment rental because it's technically missing. And then once they see, you know, $600 worth of equipment that they got for $100 get tacked off of their credit card, they're going to be calling you, you know? And if you're all set up, you got contracts in place and they try to dispute it, then you got all your documentation, you know, they sign contracts, you got all your down payments and, you know, all that good stuff. But you really have to set the expectation with customers, and a lot of times too, it's not even their fault. They don't know. A lot of times they'll text you on Saturday morning and say, hey, what time should I bring these back? I'm available all day. How can I help? What can I do? Can I make this easier for you? You know, you were great working with. You were a great party rental. The last party rental company I worked for didn't communicate at all. They sucked. Their equipment was broken. It was dirty. You know, yours was clean and you were very nice. And, you know, these people are 95% of the time are willing to help you and will actually go the extra mile for you. But sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you gotta stick it down, you know? Besides that though, we got Thanksgiving holiday is almost over. The weekend was pretty slow. All my equipment was out for Thanksgiving. It's just been a process getting everything back because of the holiday. I was very lenient with the holiday. I was picking up people were picking up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. And then I got majority of my stuff back Friday. And then I got some of it back today. And then I did the delivery. Delivery was like $100, quick, easy. I was in and out. Now I'm waiting on 2 more orders to come back. So yeah, that's that. Still kind of slow, you know, but I'm expecting it to be slow probably till like Christmas Eve, and then we'll probably have a week like this where it was fairly slow, and then maybe New Year's we'll get a little busy too, but we'll see how that goes, you know. But yeah, that is you know, just a quick update and my 3 things that I would tell you. I'm gonna think of some more. I thought about this on the fly. I didn't really think about it. It was like, you know, Saturday morning. We haven't made a video yet for next week, so yeah, that is my update. We're gonna leave it there. And if you got any questions, let me know. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.